Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I got another story in, and this story is one I've seen before. It is a relationship where one of the individuals is from India. Not saying they live in India, but Indian heritage, Indian background. And the parents of him are not accepting of his new relationship, and he's having trouble breaking the news and introducing his new girlfriend, and the girlfriend is sending the story to me right now. And it's a really interesting situation because this is something that I've seen come up more than once on the channel, and I've mentioned before, over 300 stories I've dealt with so far, and I'd say there's a good percentage that are similar to this. And what it creates is a lot of insecurity in the individual that's somehow being rejected by a family that hasn't even met them and doesn't even know them yet, and that's really unfair. And if you don't write out your story about this and get in front of it, it can really affect you in your life, your personal life, and your professional life. So this is great that you're getting this out and getting an opinion on this. So let's get right into it. Hello, I've gone through the worst breakup of my life. Okay, this individual is 21 years old. It's probably the first serious breakup. Don't put so much drama into it. Try to reframe it. It's just a breakup at this point. You've broken up. Don't make it the worst breakup of your life. You can do that. You can do that. I was dating an amazing Indian guy. He is my first true love. That's why it's so difficult, your first true love. We were together for 6 months. He broke up with me because of his parents. He was scared to introduce me to them, considering the fact that I'm Latina. I'm 21, he's 24, and I'm Christian, I'm assuming. Okay, so bottom line, if he can't introduce you to his parents, and that's very important to him, then it wasn't going to work long term, as hard as that is to sound. If he's putting his parents before you and also isn't proud enough of being with you to introduce you to them, then that's not a good relationship. And 6 months is not a long time to get through this, but he needs to be the guy. You do not need to be blaming this on the parents or his family, but him as an individual man at 24 years old needs to have the balls to go up to his parents and say, I really like this woman, or I really love this woman, I want to introduce you to her, we're getting serious. Because at 6 months, let's be honest, you don't know where it's headed, you're still in the honeymoon phase. But if he's not willing to introduce you, and that's a big part of your life and a big part of his life, then that says something about his character, to be that scared of your parents at 24 years old, or not to take the chance of saying, like, maybe she'll woo him, maybe they'll be really happy. A lot of times, sometimes people are really scared of their parents and what they think, but at the end of the day, you got to confront the issue and see if they'll change. There's a documentary called Meeting the Patels, and it's basically about an Indian guy that's highly successful. He's an actor, I believe, in Hollywood. And he has a white girlfriend that he wants to marry, that he's been together for 2 years, and his parents want him to marry an Indian woman. And he does a long documentary on this. And by the end of it, he breaks up with the white girl or woman and goes to India looking for a new wife. They document all this. He circles all the way back, gets back with the girlfriend he was with before. She graciously takes him back. And his parents eventually accept the fact that he loves this woman. So they weren't going to disown him. He had to make that call. One day he told his mom he was seeing someone, but didn't say my name, and she had a bad expression on her face, and from there he's been doubtful of our relationship. Well, that's ridiculous. The fact that he just is that scared of his mom, and his mom can make an expression like that and he can become doubtful of a relationship, tells me that he's not making individual decisions as an adult. And I don't know if that's going to be in your best interest to continue a relationship with someone that's 24 years old and still needs their mom's approval for everything. Let's be honest, okay? It's nice, but when you didn't do anything wrong, he's having a good relationship with you for 6 months, and he has to feel guilty about that, that's not going away, and that's not acceptable in my book as far as being in a relationship that way. The breakup not only broke my heart, but it broke his. He broke down into tears when he did it. The thing is, I know they want him to be with an Indian girl, someone who already has their shit together. Okay, someone that has their shit together and someone that's an Indian girl are two different things. First of all, let's go to the first part. If that's the case, Sure, that's what they want. What does he want? What does he want as an individual man with a purpose in his life outside of pleasing his parents at 24 years old? And if he's, a pretty good person, has his quote-unquote shit together, as he wrote, and is doing well, why can't he make that decision? I don't think that's fair. And so you're talking about yourself not having your shit together. Right now I'm in college, political science major. I have no car. I'm working, but it's not a professional job. Bottom line, you're in college, you're a political science major. Who the fuck cares if you don't have a car? Actually, it's very admirable that you're able to get around by bus and bicycle or whatever and walk and still get things done. You do not need a car to be feel like you have your shit together. I'm working, but it's not a professional job. A job's a job, and actually low-grade jobs like retail are also very noble positions in society because you're constantly helping people and you're starting from the bottom. Just, you can't go from just to this huge professional career when you're in college. The fact that you're working while you're in college, I think that's great. I always worked while I was in college. There's a lot of people that don't. And I think it's great. Whatever job you're doing, you're learning. It's life experience. It's growth. So the fact that it's not a quote-unquote professional job, I don't care. I was just wondering if it's best to remain being broken up and get back together once I do have a car or be together again in secret. And once I have everything I need, he can finally introduce me to them. I don't think having a car or having a professional job is going to make a difference in the introduction. If that's the case and you're in college and you have a regular job, fuck that. Sorry, I don't get that strong often on this show, but I just really believe strongly that I'm not angry at the parents because they have their values. This is what they believe in. I'm not even angry at the guy because he has his values and what he believes in, and obviously his parents' opinion comes first. But where does that leave you? Are you really that bad a person? I mean, you don't need to be feeling guilty about this. Don't put their judgment of other people on you. The fact that you're going to school and a political science major, you have a job, that's good enough for me right now. That's making an effort. That's making a contribution to society. That's not sitting around. And a car is a material object. That's not a measure of a person. And if someone's measuring you by that, that's bullshit. You're 21 years old. Of course you don't have a professional career job yet because you're working through things and you're finding out who you are. Sorry, this one gets to me a little bit because I really don't want you feeling like you're not good enough for a particular situation. In this particular case, you're just not Indian, right? And you're saying that the parents would really like him to have an Indian wife. So you're not going to change that part at all. I'm willing to meet them because I love him. Well, hopefully you want to meet them. The fact of the matter is it comes down to him having the balls to introduce you and deal with the consequences or the face from the mom. And let's be honest, there's some parents without this racial thing going on that are highly critical of anyone their partner brings, their son or daughter brings in the house. They're always going to be highly biased and think their son or daughter can do a lot better. It's just very common. But I'm very scared because I don't want to lose him. Please help. I need my best friend back. When we were together, has been nothing but bliss and joy. When he didn't tell his mom he was talking to someone. So basically what we have here is I don't know what you want to do to get him back. He needs to be the one to make that decision. He needs to be the one to step up and say, this is a great relationship with a great woman, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it move forward. And the fact that my parents are a little glum or upset about it, well, I'll introduce you to them. We'll do the best we can, and hopefully they see what I do in you. And sometimes introductions to the beginning, it takes a little bit of time for parents to warm up to you and get to know you. But this idea that you don't have your shit together because you don't have a car and you don't have a professional job is complete bullshit. You have a job, you're working, you care about yourself, you care about him. And if he can't see that and accept that, you need to move forward with your life and appreciate who you are as an individual and where you're headed. I hope that helps you. Please visit writemac.com if you've got a breakup story you'd like to share, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session with myself. And in this particular case, if you're having a lot of trouble with this, I'd actually recommend a live coaching. So, everyone else, thank you for supporting the channel.